So we are going for our last show. Or network, we are doing CW, and we actually have different shows that we're excited about. I like Star-Crossed, actually, of the two that are premiering in mid-season.
That's what's hard, though. Like, there's literally only 2 shows to choose from.
And we couldn't even agree on that.
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but...
and to be fair,
they're very different shows.
I say there's a disadvantage in the fact that they sent out 4 for the 100, which I'm not actually. I'm judging on the pilot.
Yeah, I'm only judging on the pilot. I'm not taking into consideration more.
It's possible if I had seen more of Star-Crossed, I wouldn't like that. I haven't actually seen more of the 100 beyond that. I actually, and it's, I will be completely honest. My enjoyment of Star-Crossed might partially be because the upfront trailer was so atrocious. Like, I was, for Star-Crossed was so bad.
I know.
And when I watched the pilot, I'm like, oh, this is actually kind of good. Like, it was actually an enjoyable show. Okay. So my expectations were so low that it ended up being enjoyable. And I kind of feel like it could be a fun show. Like, it seems like the potential is there for them to kind of know what they have and actually execute it well. Like, I feel, not to throw another CW show under the bus, but I feel like it could be a better version of Beauty and the Beast in some ways.
Yes. Well, to be fair, I haven't seen what Beauty and the Beast has become.
Neither have I.
But I do
from what I saw in the beginning,
mm-hmm.
I feel like this could be a better version of that. And sorry, Beauty and the Beast fans.
I think that's the comparison. That is very clearly where they want Star-Crossed to go, because it's so focused on that love story.
Right.
And in a lot of ways, that love story feels like it's Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, yeah.
He's an alien and she's a human, and she saved him when they were children. See, you're laughing. See, that's the thing. Like, this is the plot of the show. And it's not that I didn't find the pilot enjoyable, but I found it so ridiculous that I'm like, I don't want to watch this week after week. I also really don't typically like high school drama shows, and they are in high school, and they don't look like they should be. So I don't know why they can't just be in college, but whatever.
Because,
I do know why, because the demo. But
no, my thing is that it's the same thing with Sleepy Hollow. Some of these shows, especially with drama shows.
But Sleepy Hollow does it so well.
But I'm saying, when you just talk about shows and you just describe them, like if you describe Sleepy Hollow, you describe.
Yes, but I just don't want people to hear you say that, and I just want to point out that Sleepy Hollow looks. Yes, it's produced well, it's written well, it's acted well. Star-Crossed looks really cheesy. If they're gonna own the fact that it is a little cheesy and it is a little ridiculous, the 100. Don't get me wrong, the 100 looks a little cheesy too.
So yeah, I feel like the 100 is much cheesier.
That's not, but I'll go into that in a second. It's not that Star-Crossed isn't enjoyable, but like for me personally, I don't want to watch shows about high school. I don't care that you're an alien falling in love with a human. I have a problem if you're playing up the Romeo and Juliet thing, because when you really read Romeo and Juliet, it's not really a love story. It's 2 kids who think they really like each other for a weekend, and then they make a really bad decision. Like, it's not a story about people that like, oh my God, I love you so much and I can't be. It's not what we should aspire our love stories to be. No, they're kids who don't really know what's.
But that's the same thing with something like, for instance, like Scandal. Like, you see.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm not. We could talk about Scandal for like 9 million hours, and we have. Really, but I'm just saying, so like, I have problems with you wanting it to be like a Romeo and Juliet, because I don't see Romeo and Juliet as a good love story anyway. So like, that alone bothers me.
I mean, it's a situation where I think it's the easy non-literary equivalent, because people think Romeo and Juliet and that's their easy out. It's like, oh, people from different sides of the track without.
Yeah, but that's your soundbite. If that's what you're comparing your show to, then like, I think you don't even understand what Romeo and Juliet is about. So
it's
not you.
Show.
I know, not you. I'm talking about
people
who have talked about who work on the.
No, and I mean, it's, I don't know how it would be. I found myself more that was, I think, probably my second favorite pilot for the CW season this year, because I felt like.
Can't even remember what they had. I swear to God, this is a bad year, you guys.
We'll talk about it off camera. But no, I feel like, and I don't know what it'll be like.
Right, and that's the thing. Like, I'm just strictly talking about the pilot. Like, they may decide to go some way that I say, oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not going to claim it's Emmy worthy, but it's I found it to be cheesy fun, and sometimes all you need is a good fun distraction, and that.
Yeah,
so for
that's
me,
true.
I kind of felt like that was more. That kind of fulfilled my. Hey, this could be fun to watch for an hour and just not have to deep dive into every
That's
little
true.
thing.
Okay.
So that kind of was fun, and who knows what it'll be like in episode 2. It could all fall apart, but for now I'm enjoying it.
That's fair. I mean, I the reason I picked the 100 as why I'm more excited for that was because of the potential I think it has. Like, there are some really interesting things to me that I don't know how much they'll go into.
Right.
But the fact that they're setting them up in the pilot means that if they touch on it, I'll be interested. You know, the fact that they're sending down 100 delinquents to Earth to see if it's habitable, but some of these delinquents aren't necessarily criminals. They're people that just don't have politics that align with the current government on the colony. Like, that whole dynamic of what we became when the people who defected and created their own civilization up there. You know, we right off in the pilot we see that there's conflicting beliefs.
Right.
You know, we learn that people been killed, floated as they called it, and then, you know, some of them just put into detention if they're younger for acting out or speaking out or trying to find a better way. That stuff really interests me. Of course, it is a CW show, and the people that are left behind for those politics are mostly the parents, so I don't know how much they're really going to go into that.
That's what kind of
the
bumps
majority.
me out a little bit.
Me too. I'll be honest. Me too.
I'm really interested in the adults, and I feel like because this is a CW show, and I understand that they're not going to be the priority, which makes sense.
Right.
But I feel like what excites me the most about the show is the part that will be the least important.
I agree with you, and I don't have any expectations that I'll be proven wrong in that respect. But I will say that because we have 100 characters down on Earth now, that they keep using the Lord of the Flies comparison, which I also think is a really base comparison, and if that's what your show is going to be, it's very limiting. But the fact that we have such different personalities now, and they were all led to believe they and their surrounding people are one way, and now they're on Earth and they're creating their own society. So are they going to live up to the expectations other people set for them? Are they going to live up to the labels other people gave them, or are they going to actually be able to create something better? And then, of course, it's a little like Lost, where like they're not alone down there. So, which you saw in the trailer, so that's not a spoiler. So, you know, that whole aspect of, I really like that because, yeah, people left Earth years and years ago when the radiation blast hit, but some people didn't. And they also sent, I think they said they sent people down.
Yeah.
So some of those people may have lived. And so what does that do? And those politics and those dynamics and you know, that stuff, that's the interpersonal stuff that I like. I don't care at all about the love triangles that they're trying to force down our throat, but like every CW show does that in the beginning, and sometimes we see that they fade away. Like even the Tomorrow People, like that's not as important to the show.
Right.
So hopefully a show like this will also say like that's maybe an element because it's natural for that to be an element, but maybe we can not focus on it. I also read the book, and I also am just really interested to see how closely it stays, because there's some stuff in the book that I really liked and I think would make really interesting television if they were to go there.
We'll see.
So that was our mid-season 2014. Yay!
Yay.
I'm Danielle at Danielle TBD.
I'm Marissa at Marissa Rothman. Thanks for watching.